iPhone 13 Pro versus iPhone 11 speed test coming up right now. Let's go. So what is up, guys? Nick here, helping you to master your technology. iPhone 13 Pro, iPhone 11. Let's begin with a boot up in 3, 2, 1 and see which one can get there first. Now, the Apple iPhone 13 Pro does feature Apple's latest A15 Bionic chipset. The iPhone 11 coming in with the Apple A13 Bionic chipset. It does have 4 gigabytes of RAM. We have 6 gigabytes of RAM. Over here, both have Apple's in-house GPUs, but we have a better one over here for the iPhone 13 Pro. The iPhone 13 Pro says, not today, bucko. It's gonna have to go to the left over here on that one. And when it comes to unlocking these phones, they both use Face ID. So let's go ahead and look at them, and you can see both about the same speed, not a big disparity between either. All right, guys, so we've arrived at the app test. Everything is closed out for both devices. Both are on the same Wi-Fi network. Let's begin with Instagram. And you can see Instagram definitely going first there to the iPhone 13 Pro. Let's go to the profile pages. You can see slightly a hair over there to the left. And really what I notice a lot about upgrading to the iPhone 13 Pro is just the smooth factor along with the A15's rocket speed. You can kind of fly through the whole operating system like butter and very fast. The iPhone 11 was always a quick phone as well and quite smooth for the price point. So I am pretty happy here. Looks like Twitter wasn't too far apart on both of those. Let's go over here to Amazon and see what we get for both phones. You can see it looked like the 13 Pro a little ahead, and you might be wondering, why is your iPhone 11 dim? It's not that it's dim, it's actually that the iPhone 13 Pro is just so much brighter than the iPhone 11, and we had a little issue there with eBay. Let's go ahead and do that again, but the iPhone 13 Pro definitely much brighter. So looks like we have the iPhone 13 Pro on eBay. We'll go over here to Best Buy, and you can see Best Buy does load here first there on the 13 Pro. So even in regular applications, you can see a little bit of a jump here for the left. And now where you'll really see it more though is just the overall efficiency of the battery life, as well as, you know, when you're doing something more intensive. Let's go into Starbucks. You can see you're getting coffee first here for the iPhone 13 Pro. So even getting your coffee a little bit faster. Let's go to Groupon. You can see that's gonna go to the left once again. So usually we say we don't see much speed differences. Well, I'm seeing them here. The iPhone 13 Pro, milliseconds faster. And yeah, you could say, well, milliseconds don't make no difference, Nick, bro. Listen, man, when you start adding it up, it all adds up to a totally faster experience. So if you wanna do this upgrade, you can look forward to more speed as well. Not just the same old experience. It will be more rocket speed across the operating system. Now, it looks like we have the iPhone 11 going first there. We're actually in a different stage though. Let me go ahead and skip this mission and see if we get back to the stage. Okay, we'll do that one more time. Wasn't prepared on that one. Let's go ahead and do that one more time to see if that makes any difference. You'll see here, we're gonna go hit play and see if it makes any difference when going into the different stages. And yes, the iPhone 13 Pro actually a bit faster there. When actually in game, the 120 Hertz will make another difference. It'll look a little smoother with the graphics. Not bad on the iPhone 13 for sure. iOS is really good with gaming, so it's not bad over there, but the 13 Pro, just a little bit better. Let's go over here to Mortal Kombat and see which one can load this game up first here in speed. And it does look like we do have the iPhone 13 Pro taking the 11 to school once again. The 11's still a good value. It's still around Apple's lineup. But is the iPhone 11 gonna shut me up? It looks like it may. Wait a minute. Maybe the 11's gonna come back here. Okay, we see you. Well, that could be. I'm not gonna make excuses. Okay, it wants to show me up here. The iPhone 11 a hair faster. Already in the game than the 13 Pro. This could be because this is an older game. It may be more optimized properly for the 11. Not making excuses, but I'm just saying that is a potential reason. Let's go into Asphalt 9. But that should show you that the iPhone 11 can still run iOS like a boss, even though this phone is 3 years old. So if you picked up an 11 a while back, you made a good decision when it comes to performance anyway. You can see Asphalt 9 Legends does take a little bit more time to load up. Which one's gonna get here first? And the iPhone 13 Pro, once again, with the victory. and we're still waiting on the iPhone 11. And that's a game that actually takes quite a bit more time, and that was quite a bit behind on the 11. So I could guess if you're playing something a little bit more intensive than even what I'm downloading here and showing here, you probably will see even more leaps and gains with 13 Pro. And like I say, it's not that, you know, the 11 can't run these games, it's that the iPhone 13 Pro just does things a little bit faster, and all of them add up. Like when you're hopping in between applications, the overall experience at the end of the day just feels so much quicker. We'll hit play here for Temple Run. Let's hit play. And you can see they can both run these casual games without breaking a sweat. No big issues for either here. Definitely pretty nice on that one. Let's go into iMovie. And you can see the 13 Pro ahead on that one. We'll go into Geekbench 5, 13 Pro by a hair, and 3D Mark 13 Pro by a hair. I gotta say though, the iPhone 11 is still pretty good. For being, you know, 3 years old now, it's hanging up there with the latest and greatest. So it just goes to show you, Apple knows what they're doing with the optimization. 13 Pro though, with the easy victory here, you probably thought it was gonna be exactly the same, but no, the 13 Pro was a hair quicker in pretty much every respect. So let's go ahead and go back through the applications. Let's see if we do get a difference here. Will any of them reload, or can they hold all these applications just fine? Don't know how to speak tonight. We'll go into Temple Run 2. We'll go into Asphalt 9, both got it there. And one thing I really love about iPhone experience is the gestures. When you come out of applications, man, is it like butter. Let's go into Groupon. They got the animations nailed down. We'll go into Starbucks. Best Buy had to reload for both. eBay. We're going to Amazon here. We're going to Twitter. And look at this, the iPhone 11, even though this is not a million applications, I know, it's holding its own, which means that having the extra RAM in the reality probably doesn't matter so much. You're probably going to care more about the screen, the battery, and the cameras more than that extra bit of RAM, but it's always nice to have it when you're going to keep the phone for the long haul. All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and do a quick Webkit test, see which one can pull out the victory here. Let's hit start now and get a warm up here. Looks like the iPhone 13 Pro didn't register my touch, but we'll get the results anyway. We have a 118.8 on the iPhone 11, and then we have an 86 ms on the iPhone 13 Pro. So definitely faster, like a good amount quicker. So your Safari browsing experience will be faster as well on a 13 Pro. So if you want to go through application or tabs a lot quicker, you'll probably enjoy this. In addition, when you're mobile, the iPhone 13 Pro will give you 5G, which is a huge benefit over the iPhone 11's 4G capacity. So definitely a big upgrade in terms of internet browsing, a smoother browser with that 120 Hertz, 5G, and faster internet performance. All right, guys, so when it comes to editing, I gotta say the iPhone 11 still performs excellent in this department. The 13 Pro, again, with its 120 Hertz feels like butter. And I would say the iPhone 11 gets a little warmer under these heavier loaded things. But at the same time, let me go ahead and just quickly save these videos, see which one can do this a little bit faster. And it looks like the iPhone 11 doing a fine job up against the iPhone 13 Pro. This is only a 2-minute clip here. So as the video gets longer, you might see a little bit of a difference, but this goes to show you how well iMovie is optimized as well. Looks like the 13 Pro might be taking it here, very close. Yes, the 13 Pro did take it, but again, as the video clip extends, you will see a massive gain on the iPhone 13 Pro. I'm talking if you're gonna publish like a 10-minute video, something like that, you will see a big gain to the iPhone 13 Pro with its A15 Bionic chipset. And here we are at the Geekbench 5 test. I want you to note something really quickly. The A15 Bionic is not only the newer chip, it's clocked higher at 3.23 gigahertz. Apple went up from a 2.66 gigahertz here, and of course more RAM. We are on the same exact software. I'll be back when they're done with their final scores, see how much ahead the 13 Pro does pull away. So our iPhone 13 Pro is done, and we're still waiting for the iPhone 11 here. 1727 on the single, 4593 multi-core, 1322 single core, and 2931. Now that is higher on the single and then a little bit lower on the multi-core score, but you can see comparatively to the 13 Pro, a good amount on that multi-core, but that single core is something you should pay attention to. And why do I say that? It's only a 400 point difference on that single core. And that's important to note, because if you're deciding I want to buy an 11 now and you're looking at this phone and you're like, is it even worth it now? This is in my budget, it's in my range. Yeah, it definitely is. It still gets the latest software, will do so for the next couple of years. And that single core matters when it comes to just regular day-to-day light usage or medium regular iPhone use. You're not going to see a huge difference. But the iPhone 13 Pro destroys the iPhone 11 in that camera department, in the battery department as well. If you found this video helpful, entertaining, informative, do me a favor, click the like button for me, subscribe if you guys haven't already, and I will catch you all in the very next speed test. Nick here. Be sure to be well, and peace.